Woo! Hey everyone, this is Dara from Daily Crypto Trade Signals coming to you live from Vietnam, guys. It's early morning here, and I thought I'd bring this breaking news of FOMC meeting is done, done. And it looks like we did get the 7.5 basis point increase, and that's the largest increase since 1994, guys. So it's early morning here. I haven't had my coffee, but I thought I'd bring this news to you right now, guys. So we're going to talk about that. We saw that yesterday, the markets initially, after we had the announcement from Jeremy Powell, the markets did go down, and then they did quickly rebound. So that is pretty positive. And I think some of the interesting takeaways here is the basis points was actually higher than we expected, but I think that the broader markets took this as a positive sign because they see that the Fed and Jeremy Powell is taking inflation seriously, and they're definitely trying to curb inflation. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about how that's going to impact crypto, and things are looking pretty good. We had a really good bounce for Bitcoin. Dogecoin is up over 10%, so that's looking good. This could be more and more confirmation that the bottom is actually in. We did see that Bitcoin did slip, all the way down to 20,000. So on some exchanges, it went down to like 9,900 and change. So we did get a huge bounce to the upside. So that is pretty good. So we're going to talk about that and much more. Some other news that's coming, and if we continue to see this momentum, we could actually see ourselves getting back up to $30,000 pretty soon. So I'm looking at my portfolio. It's looking a lot better than yesterday. I had my birthday was yesterday, so that was kind of like a negative Nancy birthday. But things are looking much better. Things are definitely going in the right direction right now. So from that perspective, I'm pretty bullish. Remember, everything you see here is not financial advice. I'm not a licensed financial advisor. It's just an OG bringing you education, entertainment, guys. And guess what? We got Dino. Dino is here, guys. Dino is absolutely here. We got the brilliant alien as well. So things are looking pretty good. So let's dive into it without any further delay. Let's go down the crypto rabbit hole together. Let's get it, guys. So as I said yesterday, we see that the U.S. markets went up. We saw that the Nasdaq was up about 2.5%. We saw the S&P was up 1.46%, and the Dow Jones was up just only about 1%. So that is looking pretty good. If we take a look at the pre-markets right now, the pre-markets are also looking pretty good as well. Most of the markets are up about 0.5%. Asia has not opened yet. Like I said, it's early in the morning here. So I don't have my coffee yet. So that is looking pretty good. So let's jump into what happened yesterday. So the Fed hikes its benchmark interest rate around about 0.75% points. So that is pretty good. That's a pretty huge increase. We were all expecting about 0.50 basis points, but we got 0.75. So it looks like that the Fed and their hawkish stance for inflation is continuing. So it looks like they're getting really aggressive on that. So that is pretty interesting. And and this is the largest hike since 1994. According to the dot plot of individual members' expectations, the Fed's benchmark rate will end the year at 3.4%. So, and that is upwards for about 1.5%. So that is interesting that, they're anticipating that by the end of the year, they should have about 3.4%. It should be the total interest rate. That's going to be the total rate hike. So that's kind of interesting that they have increased that up. But I think they're getting pretty serious about this whole inflation, and that the officials are also significantly cutting their outlook for 2022 economic growth, anticipating just 1.7 gain in GDP from 2.8%. So they're anticipating that by increasing the interest rates, it's going to have a put-on effect to GDP, and GDP growth is going to be going down. So, remember, the full-blown definition of a recession is when GDP goes down and the jobless rate, unemployment rate goes up. So right now we're still seeing that the unemployment rate is still going down. So that is pretty good, but the GDP is definitely going down. So that, that is getting us closer to recession. So hopefully this plan from the Fed will absolutely avert a recession, and that we can have a recovery in 2023. And that's what they're anticipating. So, the Federal Reserve on Wednesday launched its biggest broadside yet against inflation, raising interest rates 0.75% in a move that equates to the most aggressive hike since 1994. So, they're becoming very aggressive out there. Clearly today, and this is what Jeremy Powell said, clearly today's 75 basis point increase is an unusually large one, and I do not expect moves of this size to be common. So maybe he's telling us that the next a basis point increase will be less than 75 basis point. We don't know. Powell said that he added though that he expects the July meeting to see an increase of 50 to 75. So he's already bringing it down a little bit, because we saw that this time it was 75 to 100. So it looks like 50 to 75 is going to be the next hike in July. So let's see. I think it's we have to wait and see how that turns out. He said decisions will be made meeting by meeting, and the Fed will continue to communicate its intentions clearly. So that is really interesting. He also said that he needs to curb inflation, and if the markets go down too bad, one of his main agendas right now is to curb inflation. So that is what he wants to do, and I think that is his absolute focus out there. So from that perspective, yeah, it is what it is, guys. And so the Fed's benchmark rate will end 3.4%, as I said, to the midpoint of the target of individual members' expectation. This compares with an upward revision of 1.5% points from a March estimate. So the committee then sees the rate increase to 3.8% in 2023. So we could see a further rate increase in 2023, a full percentage point higher than what was expected in March, guys. So that's kind of interesting. And then the 2022 outlook, officials also significantly cut their output of GDP. So it's just to 1.7%, down from 2.8%. So that is the inflation projection gauged by personal consumption expenditure also rose 5.2% this year for 4.3. So as we all know, that when you go buy meat and chicken and gas, things are going up, guys. We're just gonna have to live with it, and hopefully we'll start to see that inflation will start to come down, guys, because there's a number of mitigating factors. Supply chain, Powell cannot control the supply chain, but he can definitely control the outputs, right? So we'll just have to see how that pans out. So right now, if we take a look at the heat map in the house, the heat map right now is looking pretty good. Bitcoin's up 1.52%. I mean, it's not like staggering, right? From where we were earlier, we've gone up about 2K from its low of 20,000. So that's pretty good. Ethereum is back above $1,200, so that's pretty good from that perspective. Fear and greed is still at 7 right now. It still hasn't been revised yet. So that should be, we should get a revision coming pretty soon for that, and that's going to revise in about 1 minute and 5 seconds. So we're going to come back to that and take a look at that in a couple of minutes. So what do we got in terms of announcement coming? So the next biggest announcement, we're going to see retail sales announcement coming out. We're going to see and jobless claims coming out tomorrow. So that's going to be pretty good. Also, we got that's about it. Jobless claims tomorrow will be one of the big announcements. We'll see if the unemployment rate goes up or down. So from that perspective, we'll have to take a look and wait to see. So right now, we did see that right now Bitcoin is at 22,600, and if we look at on the daily, this candle is fantastic. We went up around about 2.11%, so that is pretty good. We did hit a low. Bitcoin did hit a low of around about low of $20,000 in house. So that is pretty good, and that is good that we got a bounce from that. So that I'm pretty excited from that perspective. It looks like 21,600 is still holding, and that's our 4-year moving average and our 200 week moving average. So we're still above that, so that's pretty bullish in the house, guys, from that perspective. If we take a look at the Bitfinex longs, they're still accumulating. So they know something we don't. I remember this is a forward-looking indicator. So I'm still pretty bullish. Long term, short term, it's not looking pretty good right now. And also too, we're seeing a lot of miner output right now. So miners actually start to move some of their Bitcoin onto exchanges. So that could put some more downward pressure on Bitcoin. But at least right now we're above the miner capitulation line. So hopefully the outflows from miner wallets to exchanges will start to come down. If it continues to go up, then that's going to put definitely more selling pressure on Bitcoin. So right now we're seeing that this is coming in stock lizards right now, and we're seeing that the altcoin market cap with lowest RSI since 2016. This is similar, and this is a similar pattern to 2016. So we're seeing this very low RSI here and here, and this was the RSI bottom, and this was the beginning of the altcoin cycle 2. So this means that we could see the altcoin cycle 3. I still believe that by Q4 this year we could see that Bitcoin could reach all-time highs again, guys and gals. So I'm still confident, even though we've had this big giant shakeout. I think we're going to see a quick recovery, absolutely quick recovery. As I said yesterday in my video, if you look at the fundamentals of Bitcoin, it's still unchanged, and I believe that Bitcoin right now is very much undervalued, absolutely undervalued, guys. So from that perspective, the Bitcoin I bought yesterday is now above water. Yesterday after I bought it, my wife chewed me out. At least I'm back above water, so I can kind of hold my head high and not be in the doghouse. So also too, you guys know that most of the exchanges right now are getting rid of most of their employees. We had Gemini, we had Crypto.com, we had Coinbase, and it looks like but Kraken tentacles want to grab 500 new hires before the end of the year. The market is down. Most exchanges are firing employees, but it looks like Kraken, they want to actually increase their number of employees. So that's kind of weird. Kraken reiterates hiring targets as CEO denounces woke activists in corporate bear markets. So it looks like they're still pretty positive. So it looks like Kraken is still hiring, so that's pretty good. Breaking news, miners are moving Bitcoin onto exchanges at the highest rate in 7 months, guys. So this is something we have to keep an eye on. I'm going to keep you posted on that, because if we start to see that the miners start to sell a ton of their Bitcoin, that will put a huge downward pressure on Bitcoin. We definitely don't want to be seeing that. That is not going to be good in the house. And I had this survey yesterday. Bitcoin bottom is in, 50% yes to the moon and no crypto winter. So like I said, right now, my guess and your guess is as good as anybody's, but I am more leaning towards that we're going to get a recovery. We could maybe be seeing a V-shaped recovery. So what you should be doing right now, do absolutely nothing. And if you have any dry powder, do try to DCA and set an absolutely regular buying schedule out there. You may want to put some ladder limit orders at 5% intervals going down, and just weather the storm, guys. Just weather the storm, guys. So it's a great time to be alive. We're seeing that Doge is up about 10% right now. So right now, for the price of Dogecoin right now, we're seeing that Doge is at 0.06 cents an hour. So wow, fantastic. We're seeing Dogecoin has come back right now, so that is pretty good. And Doge is up around about 12.97% right now, so that is pretty good. Doge is coming back strong, and actually it's coming back stronger than Bitcoin, so that is pretty good news in the house. If we take a look at those in the money, about 49% are in the money, 43% are out, so that's pretty good. Let's take a look at the Bitcoin dominance right now. So the Bitcoin dominance has dropped, guys. So it's dropped a total from June 12th to now. It's dropped almost 6%, so that's going to be pretty good, and that's going to absolutely help the altcoins go up. So let's keep an eye on that. Also, if you take a look at the XBX is actually coming up yesterday, as I said. And if you take a look at the DXY is still coming down, but it's not coming down fast enough. We really need to see the DXY get down to below 100 out there to have any real impact on the cryptocurrency from that perspective. And we're seeing right now the leverage apers in the house, the knuckleheads, the snowflakes. We've seen about $537 million got wrecked. Most of that is been in Bitcoin and Ethereum. Let's just move that to 24 hours. Ethereum and Bitcoin have been the ones that have been traded the most. And we're seeing some really good news on the hourly time frame. We're seeing that the majority of the positions are short, so that's putting a short squeeze, and that's why we're seeing this whole heat map go green. So I don't need my sunglasses today. What we do need is Dino out there. So it's looking pretty good, guys. So hopefully maybe we could see $23,000 coming in for Bitcoin by the end of the day here in Vietnam. So that will be pretty positive from that perspective. Let's take a look at Ethereum. Ethereum is also up right now. Ethereum is trading at 1246, so that is pretty good news in the house. So we're seeing that the Ethereum has not gone up as much as Bitcoin, but it's still doing much better than it was before when it was getting pretty close to $1,000. So you guys should be feeling pretty good. And we're seeing that ADA has also had a really good day. It's gone up. It's at almost 60 cents now. So ADA has been pretty resilient. I mean, this whole 44 cent area did hold as a good support. So that's why I'm loving ADA, and I think ADA is going to be one of the projects that's definitely going to do very well this year, guys. So we're seeing that the total, let me give this a little bit minty refresh out there. Wow, it's good to see some green, huh, guys? So we're seeing right now that the market cap is at 983 billion. The volumes are really high. A lot of buying is going on right now, and we're seeing Bitcoin dominance is coming down, so that is pretty good. So let's take a look at the altcoins and let's get out of here. So right now we're seeing that Bitcoin is up 2.67%. We're seeing that Ethereum is up 2.97%, and that's at 22,595. Bitcoin, similarly, Ethereum is at 1239, so that is pretty good in-house. BNB right now is up 5.4%, and that's at $231 $34. So that is good news out there. And we're seeing ADA is still up a whopping 8.51%. It's at 52 cents. Solana is up 18%. Yeah, Solana go. We're seeing Dottie Watt is coming up back up 14.75%. We're seeing a lot of the layer 1, layer 2s are really having a great day, a very big comeback. We're seeing that Doge is up 12.24%. So that is good. Go Dogecoin. So it looks like Dogecoin is woken up from his nap and it's making some moves. We're seeing the Shibi Weeby right now is at 8.59%, and we're seeing a lot of the old coins now making some really good moves. And we're talking, in some cases double-digit moves. So that is pretty good, guys. So that's gonna bring this video to a closey woes. So I'm pretty excited. It is a great time to be alive. It's a good day, guys. It's a good day. And we're seeing that things are looking pretty good. Hopefully this will be the reversal that we have, and we're going to continue to go up from here. Sure, we're going to have some chops, guys. Remember, Thursday is the reversal day, so watch out that we don't get a big reversal when the market's open. And let's take a look at the fear and greed, see if this is refreshed at all. Let's see if this is refreshed. So right now it is still at the same. So right now it's refreshed. It was still extreme fear, so there's no change right there. And the Asian markets are still not open yet, so I'll have to keep an eye on that. Hopefully the Asian markets will be positive, and that's also going to help crypto go uppity up, guys. So don't forget to go and follow me on my Twitter, guys. Boop the like, subscribe, and show some love with super chats, guys. This is a quickie. I just want to say God bless each and every one of you. I love you guys to death. Peace out.